First opened for business in 1994. There's a look at Progressive Field here in Cleveland. Today, it's the second of this three-game series between the Minnesota Twins and the Cleveland Indians. These two should provide some big-time fireworks. First pitch is coming up. Cody Anderson is on the mound for game 2. What do we need to know here, EK?
Well, guys, if you take a look at that whip, you can see he's been struggling all year long. A lot of base runners.
Eduardo Nunez makes his way to the plate, and we are ready for some daytime baseball.
For Minnesota, shortstop, Eduardo Nunez.
And we are underway this afternoon as the first pitch is over for a called strike one. Eric, this Indians ball club, as they begin play here this afternoon, it was another loss last time out, and this portion of the schedule has not done them any favors as they've dropped 5 of their last 7.
I just think they were sort of flat in the opener. They didn't play with a whole lot of inspiration, and that was reflected in the final score.
Now this pitch sails up and in, and that leaves him muttering to himself. It's ball 2.
Oh, and even though that's not intentional, as a hitter, you still hate to see that ball up around your eyes.
And a good pitch there as he got him to go after one in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2.
And after you move a guy off the plate and you know he's all worked up, that's a perfect time to drop a curveball or a changeup on him. Great pitch call right there.
And he's getting his money's worth up there now. It's full 3-2. And that misses, ball 4. So a good battle to begin the ball game today, but the leadoff man will reach first anyway.
And for as hot as this guy's been recently, this is a no-brainer. Take the bat out of his hands any chance you get.
Danny Santana will get his first opportunity here, and he enters play 3rd in the American League batting race.
Well, it's still early in this season, but if he keeps this up, he's going to be looking to get paid in the offseason. His contract is up after this year.
Fly ball out to straightaway right field. And Chisenhall calls for it and takes it for the first out. With that, a look at Paul Molitor's lineup for the visiting Twins. Who do you have your eye on, EK?
Well, Matt, we'll see if Miguel Sano can be the difference maker, as he often is. He's been producing like an MVP candidate lately, driving in over 15 runs in the last 10 ball games.
Miguel Sano will dig in now. Currently 9th in the AL in hitting entering play.
And he's right up there among the RBI leaders, too, so he's dangerous with runners on base.
First things first, here's a throw over. A dive, but he's back. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. Seemed to quicken his delivery to the plate on that last pitch.
Well, you got to remember the slide step does 2 things for you. It gets the catcher the ball quicker so he can throw a guy out, or it will hold the runner on first so he doesn't steal it all.
He's set. Here's the 0-1. Right over the top with that curveball, and it's 0-2. Looks like he employed the slide step on that last pitch.
Well, maybe you see a little cat and mouse game going between the pitcher and the runner right now. We'll see who wins this duel.
Coming on is Brantley, but he won't get there. It's a base hit.
Well, if you stay out of the middle, you'll have a chance, but neither of these teams are going to miss a fat pitch down Broadway. And he just drives this into left for a base hit.
Oswaldo Arcia will stride in now. 2 hits for him, including a home run in last night's contest. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
Yeah, and that's the swing of a guy hoping for a first pitch curveball right there. If he gets it, he hammers it. If not, he's about 3 feet too late.
Here comes the 0-1. Tap foul at home plate. Here's the 0-2. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Oh, and he dusted him off the plate that time. Some mind games being played now. It's 1-2.
And even on 0-2, you don't want guys to get into a comfort level up there.
Runners are at first and second with one away. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Where do you go from here?
I think he's set up for something off speed. If you can put that changeup below his knees, you won't come within a foot of it.
Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. Strike 3 called, and now he's 1 out away from getting out of this. And with a quick breather here, let's give you a look at how the Tribe stacks up defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, one of the great shortstops in the game, especially when you're talking about athleticism, Francisco Lindor. What he does just amazes every time out. We'll get an opportunity to watch him in this one.
Brian Dozier will stand in for the first time, and he's come up big in spots like this more than once this year, currently second in the AL in RBIs.
Well, and you know, guys, he's also been awesome at scoring runs. He's right up there with the leaders in that category as well.
Curveball is nowhere close, and it's 1-0. And there's a look at the AL RBI leaders we spoke of a second ago. Trying to escape unscathed here in the first. Chop foul at the plate, strike 1. Chop foul over towards the coaching box. Fastball in the dirt, and that's going to get away. Goes to third with it, and he'll try to get back now, but it's not going to work. The throw hangs him out to dry, and that'll end the inning. Twins wind up stranding 1. Twins 0. Indians coming up. You're tuned to Major League Baseball on the show. Kyle Gibson will be on the bump for Game 2 of the series. EK, what's the word on him?
Well, guys, take a look at that whip. Around 1.3, which is pretty much league average. So he's been very serviceable all year long.
Rajay Davis comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the
Leading
first.
up for the Tribe, designated hitter, Rajay Davis.
A called strike to the 35-year-old veteran. 0-1. Eric, these Twins, as they take the field here this afternoon, they've got to be considered one of, if not the hottest team in baseball right now. Winners of 8 of their last 10 ball games.
And they've got themselves a pretty good-sized lead in the division coming into play. Certainly not out of reach yet, but they've got to be pretty comfortable with where they're sitting at this point in the year.
And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone. Time now in Cleveland to take a glance at the Tribe's starting lineup. Who are you focused on, EK?
Well, I think this club could really use some improvement from Carlos Santana.
For whatever reason, he has been awful in this ballpark. Sitting under 200 in front of the home fans. Certainly not the kind of numbers he expects to post in his own ballpark. You know he wants to deliver a performance he can be proud of.
And that's in there for strike one. Time for a look at the umpires working this one. Behind the plate is Darryl Parker.
Well, overall, Parker is a solid umpire, but I have seen sometimes when there was some inconsistency calling the corners. As a pitcher, it seems he doesn't always give you the same spot when it's on the black.
Try to bunt his way on base here, but this will roll foul. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Yeah, with the bases empty, that's the right spot for that 0-2 pitch. Make him see if he'll chase that slider.
Gibson gets the sign. Here's the 1-2. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Arcia's after it. He makes the play. Really had to hustle to get to that one. 2 gone now. And with that, let's give you a look at how the Twins stack up defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, Brian Dozier, he doesn't get enough attention for his defense. He's known for his offense and hitting home runs from second base, but he's also provided this team with solid play at the keystone position. Got a quick first step. He changes directions well. Very smooth at turning double plays. Adds up to be a very reliable second baseman.
Weekly hit towards first. Mauer is up with it, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Indians go down 1-2-3. After 1, no score. Brian Dozier will stand in, and you see what he's done over the past 4 games, as hot as they come.
Brian Dozier.
Chopped at the plate. Throw to first will be in time, and there's 1 gone here to start the second.
Batting 6.
Yeah, and you know, that's a nice play back there behind the plate. For a big guy, look how quickly he springs to his feet, gets rid of that mask, and then he finds the ball here to make the throw to first to get his man.
Joe Mauer will dig in here, and he'll do so with the 8th best average in the American League entering play.
And I think it's just a little too early to get overly excited about this guy, but we all know he's very capable of keeping this up over the course of the season.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Slapped hard the opposite way, and that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
Well, you know you're talking about a nice streak when you get up over 10 games in a row, and now that's 11 for this guy, so he is feeling it.
Here's Trevor Plouffe standing in. Grounded down the third baseline. 1 there. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. More from the show. Saturday Baseball following this message and a word from our local stations. Yan Gomes comes forward hoping to get it going at the plate. Only 1 hit in his last 4 ball games. Gibson's ready. First pitch on the way. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Yeah, I don't think you want to come in throwing a lot of high changeups. That's a pitch he's going to have to get lower in the strike zone.
Fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Ground ball left side. Backhanded. Throws in time, and that's out number 1.
Well, this ball's hit pretty sharply here towards the hole, but then you see he's able to backhand this thing and then use that cannon he's got to fire it across the diamond and get his man.
In is the second baseman, Jason Kipnis, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. He'll start this one at 274. 5 homers and 14 driven in. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. That evens it up, 1-1. Hit to short. And they will not get him at first as he's able to leg out the throw. Hold on here, though. You can see the skipper heading out of the dugout now, so that very close, safe call might be challenged.
Well, here's another look at it now. I couldn't really tell when we saw it live, and I'll tell you what, it's still tough to tell from that angle. We're going to have to see what the dugout decides.
And that's a thumbs up from the bench, so they will challenge the call on the field. So the umpires on replay duty in Manhattan will now review the play from all available angles in order to make the final decision.
Gentlemen, the Twins are challenging.
Okay, well, we're going to get one more look at it right here. Is there enough video evidence to overturn this call? Yeah, I think that shot right there makes it look like he might have been out, so this might be a well-used challenge.
Okay, so it looks like the umpires are wrapping up their decision, and off comes the headset, and he's out. So the original call is overturned, and instead of having a base runner at first, the bases will now be empty. Juan Uribe will stand in now, happy that this series is at home, no doubt, as you see his splits right there. And here is strike 1 call to the 37-year-old veteran up there. 0-1. And he falls behind 0-2. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Chopped foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Frozen on the fastball. Never had a chance, and the inning is over. Down in order go the Tribe. We'll move to the third with no score. Back from Progressive Field as we're set for the beginning of the third inning here on the show. Eddie Rosario will stand in right on the heels of a 4-for-5 ball game a night ago.
Well, you look at the average on the season, guys, and he's not sneaking up on anybody. Pretty amazing numbers for him right there. So yesterday's performance, obviously no fluke.
He leaps, but he can't get it. It's down for extra bases. And And as you see right there, that'll push his hitting streak yet another game as he has been on fire this month.
Well, I'll tell you, anytime you go through a streak like this where you just keep getting base hit after base hit after base hit, you know, people start to take notice of what you're doing.
Kurt Suzuki will stand in now with a good chance to break the seal here following the leadoff double.
Well, it's a good RBI opportunity, but you've got to remember your first job, which is to at least get that guy over to third base.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Breaking ball for a strike. 0-1.
So tough to hang in there on that pitch, but you got to do it. You can't give up on that inside corner or this guy will bury you.
On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Now a softly hit ball down the line to third. Throw on to first in time, 1 away. So with 1 away, we'll remind you to follow the Twins here on MLB The Show. We'll be here all season long as you get a look there at where we'll be over the course of the next 7 days. Coming to the plate now, Eduardo Nunez. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here.
Oh, and it's so important to take advantage of these kind of opportunities early in a ball game. It can change the entire complexion of the game if you can put the other guys on their heels right away.
And that finds the outfield grass for a base hit. And he is out trying for 2 bases, but credit him with a single and an RBI here.
Now batting, the center fielder,
Danny Santana is at the plate now. Flied out in his first at-bat. Here comes the first pitch. Skied into very shallow right. Chisenhall has a read on it, and that ends the inning. Twins get a run on 2 hits. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. Minnesota leads this one 1-0. Back alongside Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, Matt Vasgersian, as Carlos Santana will settle in to lead things off here for Cleveland. Gibson steps into his windup. Here's the first pitch. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. That's lifted the other way out to left. Arcia on the move, but he won't get there. It falls in.
Boy, not only was that pitch bearing in tight on him, but it got there in a hurry. You can see he's barely able to get the bat through the zone, but somehow he manages to steer it into left field for a base hit.
Lonnie Chisenhall will stand in, and he wasn't alone in wearing the collar in last night's ball game in which the team could muster all of 1 run.
Well, it seems like it's going from bad to worse. He had a bad day yesterday, and he's hitting under 200 in his last 10.
First pitch of the at-bat. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. And he thought to bunting here with the number 8 hitter up there.
Well, I'm more of a National League guy, so I'd maybe think about it, but in the American League, you just don't see it used all that often.
0-1, here it comes. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. Nobody out, runner on first. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. Now this is on the ground to first. We'll see if they can get two. Nunez on to first, but no, not in time as he really took a tumble at second base, letting go of that ball.
This is always a tough throw here for a first baseman coming off the bag. You got to make sure that you don't just throw the ball right into the runner's back heading down to second base. Here he takes just a little extra time to make sure that he makes a good throw. And they're going to settle for just one at second.
Stepping in now, Abraham Almonte, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. He'll check in with an average still south of 230, 4 home runs, and 16 RBIs. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Had him lunging at that pitch away, and it's 1-1 now.
Yeah, just really jumping out at that last pitch. He had him thinking fastball, maybe even slider.
One and one, here it is. Chopped foul right at home plate. Ready to deliver the 1-2. And that misses 2-2.
I think you have to ask yourself, was he trying to throw a fastball for a strike right there? Or was he just trying to set me up for that changeup away?
Just got a piece to the right side. Reined in. And he'll in fact just tag the runner headed down the line to take the Shure out.
Yeah, that's a smart play over there at first. He knows he likely won't have a shot anywhere else, so he makes sure to get that one out on the tag. And you don't want to take a chance at throwing it around and not getting anybody.
So striding in, Rajay Davis, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Into the seats, 0-1. The 0-1. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. Chopped weakly to the left. And a close play at first, but he's called out and the side is retired. A golden opportunity to get on the board here goes for naught. More of the show, Saturday baseball, after this. Miguel Sano is ready here as we begin the top of the fourth.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat because you know he has big-time power.
And he takes a cold strike, 0-1.
Oh, boy, he is attacking hitters in this one. Another first pitch strike right there, and he's up right around 90% in that category so far.
Oh, got him to swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2.
And this has been a common problem for all of these guys. They just can't lay off that pitch down and away.
Lifted in the air out to right. Chisenhall is there. 1 out.
Now batting.
So with the fly out there coming on the fastball, seems like an appropriate time to check out our pitch speed comparison for these two starters. And both of these guys working in pretty much the same realm. Just a 1 mile-an-hour differential from 94 down to 93 is the top speeds. Oswaldo Arcia in now. He went down looking at his first trip to the plate.
Well, you know, it never feels good to go down on strikes, especially looking. You wouldn't be surprised to see him be a little more aggressive in this at-bat.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. He'll take this in without much trouble, and 2 are gone here to start the fourth.
Well, they took him up the ladder right there with the fastball, and he actually did a pretty good job to get wood on it at all. But it's still an easy play out there in center field.
Stepping in, Brian Dozier. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Out in front of it, strike one. A windup and the 0-1. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Down go the Twins in order, but they hold a 1-0 lead. Francisco Lindor is set to lead us off in the home half of the fourth inning.
And in a pretty close game so far, they'd love to see this guy get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
Trying to work that slider to the outer half, but it misses 1-0. That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Hit pretty well out toward right center field. Santana going back on it, but he won't get there as it lands just shy of the wall. And he will get in there safely with a double to start the home fourth. So he's into second on the 2-base hit here to lead off the home fourth. And there you see the Tribe leaderboard in that category as he currently ranks second best on the ball club.
Yeah, he's really contributed to the team this year. Here he is on second again with a chance to score on just a single.
Michael Brantley will get a chance now following the leadoff double.
And being a left-handed hitter, he'll at least have a chance to pull one on the ground. Get that tying run over to third base with just 1 out.
Gibson comes set. First pitch on its way. Lifted in the air to center. Santana moves over. He makes the catch, and the runner from second will tag and head for third. And he'll make it up to third safely here with 1 away.
So a double and a fly ball move a man to third now with 1 away. Now if they could just get another fly ball, it would likely net him a run.
So stepping in, Yan Gomes, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Swing and a line drive. Foul. And this one misses to the Cleveland backstop. It's even at a ball and a strike. Any thought to bringing the infield in here with 1 away?
Still a little early in my book. A run you can live with. What you don't want to do is let this snowball into a big inning.
Here it comes on 1-1. Slider is right there. 83 on the gun. It's 1-2. And he's able to fight this one off, foul to the right, and the count will hold at 1-2. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. No runs, 2 hits, no errors to this point for the Indians. just a bit low. Tough call, but it's 2-2.
And this is where he gets so tough. He's seen everything you've got, but you still got to make one more good pitch to get him out.
Fastball didn't miss by much, and it's a full count now, 3-2. EK, where are you going now on 3-2?
I still got to work at corner. Not just going to throw it right down the middle and grab a strike. Can't be a giveaway pitch.
Good battle continues as this ball's chopped foul at the plate, and the count remains 3-2. Hit well on the ground to first. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the second out, but meanwhile the run is in to score.
The second baseman, number
Yeah, with the
22,
runner going on contact right there, this is going to be an RBI ground out as he's in to score and tie this game up.
And is the second baseman, Jason Kipnis. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball one. That one's going to find the seats. Strike one. Maybe too much break on the slider. 2-1. Started to chase that time, but then he wisely holds off for ball three.
Well, I think he got the pitch he was looking for right there, but not in the right location. So that's a great job of just holding up the swing.
Three 3-1 is a fastball, and he can't connect. 3-2. A pretty dangerous spot for that one.
I don't think it was by design. It's one thing to miss your spots out of the zone, but when you miss in the zone, especially up, that's when you tend to get hurt.
Hit on the ground down the first baseline, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. The sights and sounds of a day at the ballpark. Oh my goodness. We're back to Progressive Field after this. Joe Mauer heads for the box to start off the fifth in this one.
First baseman number 7, Joe Mauer.
First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. Very weakly on the ground, but it gets foul. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. And this is taken in just shy of the warning track for out number 1.
That ball was hit well, and it might have been a different story if he pulled it. Instead, he hit it to the big part of the ballpark, and he's retired.
Trevor Plouffe will dig in. 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Hit sharply on the ground to the left, and just past his outstretched glove into left, a base hit.
Up next for the Twins, the designated hitter,
Eddie Rosario strides in here. He scored a run after doubling to get on base in his first at-bat.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Lifted in the air out to center field. Almonte is back, and he'll get there to make the play for out number 2.
Well, the only good news that comes out of this at-bat is that he stayed out of the double play. Other than that, this at-bat really didn't achieve a whole lot.
So a runner at first with 2 away, and that'll bring in the veteran catcher, Kurt Suzuki. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike.
He's just cruising out there now. I'll tell you, this may turn into a game of first team to 2 wins.
Ready with the 0-1. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. 1 left for Minnesota. Halfway home, all even at 1 apiece. Juan Uribe comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
Third baseman, Juan Uribe.
There's a fastball to start him off, but that misses for ball 1. The pitch count there, 1 pitch into his 5th inning of work. Not much of a concern, I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. He hasn't had any real overtaxed innings, so he should be fine for the time being.
And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Gibson looks in. Here's the 1-1. And they'll start this inning off with a base hit as that one's through.
You know, a lot of times with a sinker baller, the thought is that you've got to get out there and hit the ball before it sinks. So that means if you're a right-handed hitter, you got to jump out there and pull it. And that's exactly what he did.
Carlos Santana is the batter. Got a base hit in his first trip.
Well, and everyone knows he's slumping right now, so we'll see if that got him going.
Chop foul right at home plate at strike 1. Now the 0-1. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Now you got to beware of that sinker. I mean, he'd take a strikeout right now, but I think he still just wants this guy to hit the ball on the ground.
1 run on 3 hits. No errors to this point for the Indians. Swing and a liner. And he tries for the backhand reach at third, but he gets by the glove down the line.
There you go. Back-to-back singles here to open up the inning, have him set up in a good position to break this deadlock.
Lonnie Chisenhall steps in for his second at-bat. A fielder's choice his first time around.
Wow, just not going his way right now. Slumping pretty hard. He just needs some solid contact to get that confidence going again.
First offering on its way. In there, strike 1.
Anytime you can throw a first pitch strike to about 60% of the batters you've faced or better than that, then you should get pretty good results. And we're in the middle innings in this game, so that's pretty good.
And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like he's trying to get a ground ball here. He's coming right after him, trying to get a punch out.
0-2 count. Here's the pitch. This is hit softly to third, but gloved by the third baseman for the out.
It seems like these guys have had a difficult time squaring up the baseball against him so far. Here's another one that's just a simple soft liner. They don't come a whole lot easier than that.
Standing in now, Abraham Almonte, as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball one. Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1.
Oh, that's a good fastball right there, and you had to figure that he was looking for that sinker.
First and second now, one man out. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Boy, he better get it back together here with 2 guys on already. He's starting to lose location of that strike zone. He's got to throw a strike right here.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Well, I think it's time to attack now because these guys haven't been in too many good hitters' counts. This is where you need to pounce.
And the count will be full. No walks yet. Here's the delivery. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2.
These guys really haven't had all that many great chances offensively. So, you know, they'd hate to see this threat go by the boards. Not a good time for a strikeout at all.
Rajay Davis digs in, and we'll see what he can do here with 2 on and 2 out here in the 5th.
Yeah, a couple of ducks on the pond out there looking to make that trip home. This is a big 2-out AB right here, guys.
First delivery to him on the way. And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1.
And if you're going to go after that pitch, you got to be thinking right field. I think he just pulled off of that one a little.
A 1 pitch on its way. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. 2 down, runners at first and second. That nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1.
Yeah, a good job here of working himself back into a hitter's count, especially with 2 men on base in front of him.
Here's a big swing and a miss on the fastball. 2-2.
They were in good shape with the first 2 on to start the inning, but the rally's definitely stalled out from there.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Fastball didn't miss by much, and it's a full count now. 3-2.
Boy, nothing's really come easy for him so far on the mound. He's had to work for everything, and now he's got to deal with another full count.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Oh, and he misses it. And the run is in to score from second. The runner from first crosses the plate around third and being waved on home. And he will come all the way around to score. Unbelievable.
Yeah, you know, I don't even know if I want to touch this one. I have a feeling that when these guys get back to the dugout, we're going to be able to hear what their manager is saying from up here.
Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Francisco Lindor stands in for the third time now as he takes a look at a ball. It's 1-0. Seems like whatever was working early on suddenly is not working now.
It's almost like he's imploding right before our eyes.
This is hit the other way out toward left field. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. So they pick up 3 runs on only 2 hits in the inning, 1 twin error, and no one left on base. 5 innings complete. It's the Indians 4 and the Twins 1. Eduardo Nunez will stand in now to lead things off in the Minnesota 6th.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Set to deliver the 0-1. And he misses with it, 1-1. Not too many strikeouts on the ledger for him so far, but it hasn't really mattered.
Yeah, I think ideally you'd like to see him miss a few more bats, but as long as you're keeping guys off balance and you're letting your defense help you, you don't need to strike a ton of guys out to be successful.
High and wide, 2 balls and a strike. Pretty clear the plan is to keep everything away.
And that's smart for most guys, but you got to know your scouting report because this is a guy that can cover the outside part of the plate.
Swing and a little blooper to center. Almonte is over. 1 away.
Now batting.
And this is all
Center
about
fielder.
taking charge out there.
Danny
That's the center
Santana.
fielder's ball if he can get there. So he calls everybody off, and he makes the play easily.
Danny Santana will stand in again. He's flown out in each of his first 2 plate appearances thus far.
Yeah, and he just needs to make a small adjustment and stay through the middle of the ball. Think about hitting a line drive right back up the middle.
Swing and a shot back up the middle. And that is through into center field for a 1-out single.
And here's a case on the mound where he's trying to sneak a first pitch fastball by him, but he was having none of that at the plate. He just sends it right back where it came from.
Some stirring now in the Cleveland bullpen. They'll get both a left-hander and a right-hander up and throwing. Here's Miguel Sano as he'll wait out a breaking pitch here that finds the zone for strike 1.
And I wish more guys would pitch like this. I mean, look at that pitch count right there. That is really low for this stage of the game, and it's because he's throwing strikes and challenging guys.
That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Sixth inning. 4-1 is our score. And this ball is crushed deep down the right field line. And they're going to call this a home run. And now hold everything here. We're going to have a conference down that first base line, as there may be some discussion as to whether or not this was really a fair ball. And you can see the umpires pointing down the right field line. We may have a situation here where they'll need to go and review whether or not this was really a home run. And that's precisely what's going to happen, as we'll give you a look on our monitors here. All right, the review looks like it's over. Was there indisputable video evidence? Yes, it's a foul ball after all. So take the home run off the board, and there's an instance where the video review got it right. Throw over to the bag, but the runner's back easily.
Keeping him close.
Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Well, right now, that fastball's been so good, he really hasn't needed any of his secondary pitches. Another good heater there.
Here's Oswaldo Arcia. Belted high in the air out to left. Brantley going back. Still going back. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. Twins wind up stranding one. They trail it 4-1. Michael Brantley will stand in for the third time now, still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there and put a good swing on the ball.
Good late break to the slider here, but he takes it in on the hands for ball one. One-0 count. Here it is. Well hit. Deep down the right field line. But this will land foul shy of the wall. And he comes back with a fastball. 1-2 now. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Set to deal on 2-2. Here's a fly ball, well hit. Santana ranging back. Out of here. She was a wall scraper, but it counts just the same. A home run. Solo shot to right center as they stretch the lead to 5-1.
And about the only silver lining to this one from a defensive standpoint is the fact that it came with the bases empty leading off an inning. So you can survive it when this guy's hitting just solo shots. It's when he's doing his damage with 2 or 3 guys on base that things can really get out of hand in a hurry.
Yan Gomes.
Now time is called as both guys in the bullpen are ready to go. Here's the Minnesota skipper making his way out to the mound. And a change will be forthcoming. That'll be it for Kyle Gibson. He'll wind up lasting just 5 innings here. Didn't pitch all that poorly, yet he's gone nonetheless. Casey Fiend will take over on the mound now here in the 6th inning.
Number 50, Casey Fiend.
Here's the catcher, Yan Gomes. As he swings and hits this one fouled off to the right and out of play. Bases are empty here, nobody out. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2. And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2.
All right, now you've just seen 2 straight breaking pitches miss away. So as a hitter, you're going to eliminate that pitch. No way does he throw it a 3rd time.
Oh, he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. And this is handled by Mauer, and there's your first out.
The second
We'll
baseman,
check out that 1-2 pitch again in show motion. This pitch is up around the letters, and you'll see that back elbow drop down a bit and kind of drag through the zone. That's what causes him to pop it up.
And is the second baseman, Jason Kipnis, as he'll look at a breaking ball that misses for ball 1. In the air now out to left field. Arcia is there. 2 down.
third baseman, number 7, Juan Uribe.
Juan Uribe will stand in. A strikeout victim his first time, and then a base hit last time around. In there at the knees, strike 1. 2 out, nobody on. And now a curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1. Now the pitch. A ball and 2 strikes to count now with the bases empty and 2 away. Hit weakly on the ground to short. Nunez charging this one. Throw on to Mauer will be in time, and that retires the side. But the Indians add to their lead thanks to this solo home run. The 5, 6, and 7 hitters to start the 7th. It's now 5-1. Back here in Cleveland, 7th inning coming up with the Indians on top. But before we get any further, let's check out our game summary for the first 6 innings. Leading off the inning, Brian Dozier, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Boy, they've got some work to do here, but there's still a lot of time left in this game, so just chip away, chip away.
Yeah, we see a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen up in the bullpen. Grounder down the line at third. Uribe's got it, and the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
And this isn't always the way you want to play it here. I mean, it's late in the game. Your guys are losing. Wouldn't be such a bad idea to take a pitch or 2. Instead, he chases after the very first pitch, and it's an easy out.
Joe Mauer will dig in now. A single and a fly out for him in 2 trips thus far.
And you know, I think he's had a good approach in each of his first 2 at-bats. He seems to be seeing the ball well and putting some decent swings on it.
And here's a fastball called for strike 1. Yet again, another first pitch strike.
And it's a big reason of why he's having the success he is. You establish the count in your favor right away, and it just opens up the door to so many more options going forward.
Hit sharply toward the right side, but he'll barely have to move out there in right as he hauls this one in for the second out.
And you know, he really doesn't have to throw that changeup all that much for it to be an effective pitch. And you can see what his breakdown is so far.
Into the box, Trevor Plouffe. He singled his last time up. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Swinging a soft liner. That's in for a base hit, and he's 2 for 3.
And at this point, I don't think you could expect anything less than a two-hit ball game from this guy. I mean, he's been as hot as anybody lately, and he comes through again here.
Eddie Rosario steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Right there for strike one. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. Comes set with the 0-1. Right side hit hard. That's through for a base hit, his second of the ball game. And that runner will go no further than second as there are two aboard now.
Yeah, sometimes after 2 outs, you can let your guard down out there on the mound. But all of a sudden, back-to-back hits have given him a bit of a wake-up call here.
Kurt Suzuki stands in, trying to make it 3 straight 2-out hits. He's got a runner in scoring position at second.
And you know how good hitting can prove contagious in an inning. Let's see if he can keep it rolling.
Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1.
Ooh, that is one of the best he's thrown this afternoon.
7th inning here in a 5-1 ball game. And this is swung on and missed there by Suzuki, and he's in trouble now, down 0-2.
You're running out of chances here. It's the 7th inning. You can't let this rally go to waste.
Hit down the third base line, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. Grounded down the third base line, but this will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. Drilled to first. Gloved by Santana, and the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Twins strand a pair. They're down here 5-1. Carlos Santana steps into the box as the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the 7th.
Carlos Santana.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Behind on that one. Now behind in the count. 0-1. Slider, and he can't pull the trigger. 2 strikes. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Jammed him a bit there as it's fouled at the plate. Here it comes, 0-2. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning.
He's probably thinking if they just could have left that starter in a little bit longer. I mean, he was 2 for 2 against him. Not so fortunate against his successor.
Lonnie Chisenhall will stand in, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Really a good job so far by this guy out of the bullpen.
Yeah, he's come in and really put his stamp on this game. He's thrown a lot of strikes. That's what you want.
And there's ball 1. And he'll step off. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Here's a high pop-up. Fiend is under it near the mound. 2 gone.
Since coming in the 6th, I mean, he's knocked down 5 in a row. It's given him a real lift out there.
Abraham Almonte will try it again. He's grounded out and struck out in 2 trips.
Yep, not showing too much so far, but he's got a chance to make something happen right here. See if he can put those other ABs behind him.
And a fastball's in there for strike 1.
Real good lateral movement on that 2-seam fastball. That pitch is money for him when it's moving like that. So just keep on throwing it.
Swing and a miss. It's 0-2.
This is the trouble when you're facing a guy like this. You get into a hole, and now you don't know what to look for. He's got 4 pitches he could turn to here.
Grounder down the line at third. But this will wind up foul. Still 0-2. And another foul ball. Oh-2 is a fastball that misses inside. 1-2 now.
And I think that might have been a little bit of a purpose pitch right there up in the zone. Now I think he's going to come back down with something to try to get that strikeout.
He pulls this one into right. Sano is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Indians go down 1-2-3. They're up 5-1. Leading off the inning, Eduardo Nunez, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, you're facing a pretty big deficit in this game, so they need to start clawing their way back.
Up and away to start the inning. It's 1-0. Well, the guy you see right there has been terrific. But will they let him work these final 2 innings?
Well, I think the pitch count is in his favor. Everybody pays a lot of attention to that. So barring a huge spike right here in the 8th, I don't see any reason why he can't get these final 6 outs.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
This is a guy whose numbers are on the rise, and this is a big reason why. 2 close pitches, 2 good takes, and now he's in a great hitter's count, 2-0.
Now a ball hit sharply toward third, and that's in for his 2nd hit of the afternoon.
No sense in pushing this down as many as they are. So that's a great job right there by the first base coach to say, hey, hold on here. Not so fast, man. The last thing we need is you getting thrown out trying for 2.
Into the box, Danny Santana, as he'll take a look at ball 1.
You've got to wonder if fatigue's becoming a bigger factor here to start the 8th.
One 1-0 pitch on the way. Line drive to left. Coming on is Brantley, but he won't get there. It's a base hit.
Boy, and this is why guys love hitting in that number 2 hole. When you've got a speed burner that gets on base ahead of you, you know you're going to see a lot of fastballs, and he just drills this one to make it 2 on and nobody out.
Here's Miguel Sano, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. Bounced weakly near the plate. That winds up foul for the second strike. 5-1 our score as we play the 8th. And he struck him out, so he's down on strikes for the second time this afternoon.
And you can see he is none too happy about that last call. I think he's saying it was low, and well, now I know he was saying it was low. But you know, you can't show up an umpire like that. He may have just cost his guys another inch or two on close calls.
Here's Oswaldo Arcia, as he'll go after the first pitch and send a chopper out to second. To second for one. Back to first, and a great stretch there may be the difference. It's a double play, and the inning is over. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. More from the show. Saturday Baseball following this message and a word from our local stations. Rajay Davis will stand in now to lead things off, and he'll do so with the same pitcher still out there. Seems he's earned himself another inning.
I think that's a definite vote of confidence, but he's done a nice job since coming in, so you might as well ride that hot hand.
Into the windup and the pitch. And he starts him out with a strike on the outer half. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. This one skied out toward right. Sano sprinting after it. Makes the play, one away.
Now batting, shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
Francisco Lindor will stand in. He flew out his last time up. On the corner at the knees, 0-1.
He's getting a lot of outs right now because he's attacking the hitters. He's not dancing around the zone.
One out, nobody on. And that's in there as well. 0-2 now.
And sometimes you can mistake being patient for being passive. I mean, unless he was really fooled there, that's a pitch he needs to be swinging at.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Drifting toward the third base dugout. And this is going to get down. It's a foul ball. Bases are empty, one man out. And the slider gets him swinging, two gone.
Well, I would think he was due just to pitch an inning or so, but he's pitching pretty darn well. So why not stretch him out a bit? It's been working so far.
Digging in, Michael Brantley. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here.
Well, the last time that was a fastball, and it didn't really look like he got all of it, but the velocity of the pitch probably helped it a little bit, and he just snuck it out of here.
Drilled to the right side. And a backhanded reach at first, but he can't flag it down.
Well, here we are. It's the second month of the season, and this guy is showing no signs of slowing down. Got himself another multi-hit ball game here.
Yan Gomes stands into the box. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. in there for strike one.
Now you got to regroup after the 2-out single. You're in a dangerous spot in the lineup, so the inning's not over yet, not by a long shot.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Hot shot towards the hole. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Some guys, you almost do him a favor if you pitch away from him. Here, he's just doing what he does best. Great balance here. Good swing path, and he drives it the other way.
And is the second baseman, Jason Kipnis, as he'll take a look at a slider that can't make it back to the corner. It's ball 1.
He's going to have to punch his way off the ropes now.
2 men are on with 2 men out. And that's inside and a bit low anyways. It's 2-0.
And on 2-0, this is where he's the most dangerous up there. I know it's a fastball count, but I would maybe think about something else.
2-0 count and the pitch. 3-0 now. The alarm bells are ringing now.
They're getting louder and louder, too.
And he misses with it for ball 4. So the bases will be loaded now with 2 away.
And this could really be trouble now because with runners on every base, they've got a chance to really break this thing wide open.
Juan Uribe comes to the plate with the bases juiced, and it seems a big hit here could really put this one out of reach.
Yeah, and pretty much any glimmer of hope for those guys in the field would have to be gone if he comes through with a big knock right here.
Kevin Jepson will get the call here in a big spot as he inherits a bases loaded jam with 2 men out.
Jepson.
First pitch on its way. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. Bases are loaded here, 2 down. Oh, much too tardy on the fastball, 1-1.
There's not a whole lot of conviction in that swing. It was almost like an afterthought, like an emergency hack.
Here's the 1-1. And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1.
Well, he's starting to put himself into a no-win situation. Obviously, you don't want to walk home a run, but you can't just throw a cookie in there because he could bring in 4 with 1 swing.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Turned on down the line. And he tries to get to the backhand, but it gets on by. 1 run scores. And the run is in to score from second. It's now 7-1.
The first baseman, number 41,
Carlos Santana steps into the box, and we'll see what he can do here. 2 on, 2 away, 2 home in the inning so far.
Well, this could be a huge inning or maybe the end of the inning. This is a pivotal at-bat in one of the turning points of this ballgame right here.
Down on the shins and missed with it. Ball 1.
Counts 1-0.
Here comes the 1-0. That's by him for strike 1. Two down, runners at first and second. A shot down the first baseline. And a reach, but it's by him as he couldn't quite get to that ball. The run scores from second. It's an 8-1 ball game.
Well, if you want to point fingers at who's to blame for this disaster, you're going to need both hands. In the pitching, the batting, the defense, the execution. Just draw a line through this one. This one's been an absolute disaster.
Lonnie Chisenhall stands in. The 8th man to bat in the inning as he'll get a shot now with 2 on and 2 out.
Oh, this has been a very nice inning for them so far, but it still could get better. That's a ball.
Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. That hole getting a little deeper now. It's 2-0.
I think he's letting this situation get the better of him out there. But you have to have a short memory if you're a relief pitcher. You can't dwell on what just happened.
Here it comes, 2-0. Too tight with that one. 3-0. At the very least, he certainly established the inside part of the plate.
Yeah, but it's not going to do him a whole lot of good if none of those can find the strike zone.
And that's over. 3-1.
Yeah, he needed that one to avoid loading the bases, but it's still a long road back from here.
Here's the 3-1. 3-2 now.
Yeah, he just really pulled off of that pitch. This is a two-seamer working its way down and away, and he wasn't even close.
Grounded back up the middle. Throw on to first, and they're able to escape the monster inning as the side is retired. Another good inning here for the Indians. Hey, fun times in Cleveland again. More of the show, Saturday Baseball, after this. Brian Dozier will stand in now to begin their half of the ninth in a game that was decided long ago.
Yeah, this is mop-up time out there right now. But, hey, these at-bats still count against your batting average, so you can't go up there and just mail it in. You've got to see this through right to the end of the game.
Here's the first pitch to him. This is hit high and deep out to left. Brantley going back on it, but he can't get it as it's off the wall. And they're going to hold him to a single here as they do a nice job of getting it back in quickly.
I'm sitting up here thinking that once this ball gets down to the corner, it was going to be easy 2 bases. But he decided better of it rounding first, and he's going to hold on there with just a loud single.
So here's Joe Mauer. Goes the other way with it as this is in the air down the line in left. In there, a base hit. And they've really got something going here. Runners at second and third to start the inning.
Now batting.
Pretty fortunate he was able to keep this ball fair. This is pretty close down the line. You see it winding up, one hopping the wall down there, and that allows him to cruise into second with 2 bases.
Here's Trevor Plouffe standing in. High in the air out to center field. Almonte over to his right. He's got it 1 away. The relay throw, and he will score on the sacrifice fly. The tag, and he is out at third base. It's a double play.
Well, this was a gamble, pure and simple. He decides at second that he thinks he can make it up to third on the flyout, but that center fielder, he had other ideas.
Now here comes the Cleveland skipper up out of the dugout on his way to the mound, and it would appear he's seen enough of his starter this afternoon. So he'll depart as he couldn't quite get that final out, but he will leave with the lead after a strong 8 2/3. Brian Shaw will come in now working with a huge lead, so he'll just look to get some work in here.
Brian Shaw.
In now, Eddie Rosario. And he'll watch one miss up and away for a ball, 1-0. And not the greatest approach there as he offers it a pitch in the dirt, and it's even at 1-1.
Yeah, he was trying to do something dramatic right there, but when you think about it, at this point in the ball game, all you need is base runners.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Not the largest crowd ever, but they're on their feet. And that one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2.
This guy's not hitting over 300 by accident. He's got a very good knowledge of the strike zone, and he knows when to lay off.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Out in front of that one, may have been looking fastball. Good job just to make contact. And he gets strike 3 called to end it here, and with that, this one is over.
You know, they aren't always quite so easy, but this one was never really in much doubt as they cruise home to that 6-run victory.
And guys, little doubt that the big bat here tonight belonged to this gentleman right here, Michael Brantley. He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, I think in the end, this really could have been anybody's award, but what the heck? Let's go ahead and give it to this guy. He's as deserving as anybody.
So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. To find out more, head on over to theshownation.com. The Indians win this one 8-2. So long from Cleveland.